Here are some of the stories that we're following this Tuesday morning on NBC News at sunrise. The UN debates giving Iraq one last chance for more trade talks for the U.S. and Mexico. And Matt Sushta goes Hollywood. We'll have details ahead. The changing American family, nowhere is it more evident than in the way leisure time is spent in the home. Television, computers, and video games occupy more time than ever before, especially among young people. As NBC's George Lewis reports on another look, educators are saying that means that schools will have to keep pace with the new technology.
Do you think she'll feel that pee underneath all those
A grade school teacher using computer graphics to illustrate the old fairy tale, The Princess and the Pea.
Type the choice you want to see.
By touching a computer screen, this high schooler, newly arrived from Mexico, runs through a lesson in English.
It also has the shot list, which will tell you what you can expect to see.
A group of junior high schoolers looking up historical news footage stored on a video LaserDisc encyclopedia.
Challenger, go and throttle up.
They locate the 1986 space shuttle explosion. It has far more impact on them than any lecture or any textbook could ever have.
I'm just going to scan through.
These are all examples of a hot new concept in education these days, interactive multimedia.
We know that you don't learn by just listening. You learn more if you see something as well, and you learn even more if you're actively involved in it, if you're doing it.
That approach is great.
Meet Gail Morse, who teaches at J.M. Alexander Junior High in Charlotte, North Carolina.
The sign on the way to the door as you walk in the room reads, "We are the window to the world." And that's our philosophy.
Have we gone to Germany yet?
When students here need help on their science projects, they call on scientists in other countries, sending electronic messages via a computer network.
We are interested
15-year-old Andrea Cook dictates.
in radioactivity.
Gail Morse says to reach today's kids, you have to understand the world in which they live. A world crammed full of visual images, television, VCRs, video games. For instance, Andrea, one of 4 children in a household with 2 working parents, 30 cable TV channels, 3 TV sets, a VCR, and a computer. A media-saturated 90s family.
You can no longer paint the Norman Rockwell picture of the American family.
A picture such as this, a portrait of what Mrs. Morse calls the paper train generation.
Norman Rockwell's dead. And we can't paint that picture on the American canvas anymore.
Paint a new picture, she says, of a light train generation.
The lights are the TV screens, the computer screens, Nintendo screens. The lights are part of the way that they learn.
Many of the kids in her class are pegged as being at risk for educational failure. Gail Morse says the first thing she teaches them is that labels belong on cans.
Folks, we need to come together. It's a minute to the bell.
As the period ends, many of the kids don't want to leave. Some will return on their lunch hour. Gail Morse, with her high-tech classroom, has gotten them hooked on learning.
And these are some wonderful young people in this room. We're going to have a wonderful future.
George Lewis, NBC News, Charlotte, North Carolina.
We'll have more news. Money Magazine's Jordan Goodman on business news, and Joe Whitty with the weather when we come back.